Over the past few months, society has abruptly come to understand that robust, functioning supply chains are essential to our modern way of life.
President Biden facing a nightmare come Christmas time, thanks to rising inflation and a supply crisis. Gifts.
What are some of these main inflationary pressures coming from trade? I got to assume shipping is a big part of it.
And you can't find lumber to build a new home. Well, you can't find products to stock the shelves of your small business. You can't find holiday gifts. Well, it's all because of the global supply chain crisis that's happening right now.
Through our work with international organizations, we've seen an endless pattern of brittle supply chains, primarily a fractured and disconnected data landscape. We often find that procurement, purchasing, transportation and logistics, warehouse management, and production teams are storing their data in siloed systems. A single organization will typically have multiple enterprise resource planning systems, transport and warehouse management systems, Microsoft Excel files on individuals' desktops, plus many other types of data spread across departments. This leads to making siloed decisions without vital context. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. The sheer interconnectedness and interdependence of modern supply chains goes way beyond the capacity of inflexible software written back in the 1990s. The more complex our supply chains grow, the more risks they generate, and the greater the chance of organization-critical disruption. The old way of managing the supply chain no longer works, and the implications of getting it wrong can have severe impacts. Palantir Foundry addresses this fundamental challenge by building a digital twin of the entire supply chain, from the hand of the supplier to the hand of the customer. The digital twin is then directed at solving discrete supply chain challenges by connecting analytics and operations. This is exactly what we did with NHS England to secure the rapid, accurate, and effective delivery of the NHS's largest ever vaccination program. Suddenly, the NHS's mandate widened from patient care to an incredibly complex new mission of delivering tens of millions of vaccine doses against an aggressive timeframe. The NHS didn't have the luxury of working within a greenfield project, instead having to incorporate hundreds of existing data sources in a matter of days. The work was taking place in an ever-changing landscape of urgency and uncertainty, with levels of vaccine supply, storage requirements, and availability of key resources like PPE in a constant state of flux. Using Foundry, the NHS integrated, cleaned, and harmonized its disparate data sources across the supply chain to create a single, reliable set of information to inform decision-making. From there, they could track every aspect of the vaccination program, including the number of vaccines being administered and the volume of vaccinations by site, geography, and delivery model. This allowed the NHS to adjust their approach in real time and identify areas where more support was needed. The digital twin of the end-to-end supply chain allowed frontline services to deliver vaccines at record speed across the country.